Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. I hope you enjoy, so let's get started. Got another computer here on the table. This one is not the Windows 98 laptop anymore. I ended up trying to turn it on after it's sitting for a couple hours, powered off and everything, and it was having that same keyboard error again. I really do think having it warm up after a while and distort or, warp or something with that membrane must make it not touch anymore, and that's just make it work. I don't know. Anyway, I decided to package it back up in its little case there and put it with the other computers for right now and pull this one out. Now this one is not mine. This is my best friend's computer from back home. It is I want to say a late 2014. This is the really base model version, the i5, I think 1.4 gigahertz, 4 gigs of RAM, 500 gigabyte spinning hard drive. I remember helping pick this out for him at the time. This was the cheapest option on Apple's website for refurbished computers, and it worked well for him for quite some time until, well, everything gets a little old and slow over time, and having 4 gigs of RAM, which I don't think we're going to be able to do very much about because I do believe this model had it soldered onto the motherboard, but we can do something about updating the operating system for him because I don't think that's been done in a while. And we can also put an SSD in here, which will definitely help out. So, like I said, this is the 2014 model. So we do still have the little IR sensor on the front. It's a little dirty on the top. Not a problem there. There's no scuffs or scratches or anything. It's literally, you can rub it off. I'm sure it's just from how it got sent out here. Anyway, on the back we have our Ethernet, HDMI, 2 Thunderbolt ports, 4, I'm sure it's USB 3, SD card, and our audio in and out. I believe the out is also optical. Little air vent right here. On the bottom, we will see Mac Mini, but we do not see the little fingers to put, so we can twist this off. So we're going to have to pop this bottom cover off to get to the inside. The one that I use for the projector down here is a mid-2010. That one has the slot loading disk drive on it. It was the last one to have the slot loading disk drive and the first one to have the aluminum enclosure. It was a very interesting model. But I use that one down here for that. I was using the M1 for a little bit, but that I ended up going to work so I could do some video editing on that. Looking forward to the M4 that's hopefully coming out here in October. Maybe it's already out by the time this video gets posted, but who knows? Then I can transition my M2 Pro that I have here to work, and the M1 can, I don't know, do something else. Either way, we're talking about this one right now, so enough of my rambling about other things. I'm going to go ahead and hook this up. The easiest thing for me to hook it up to really is going to be through the Thunderbolt ports here, because the display here, the not Thunderbolt display, this was right before it. It was only out for 1 year. This is the cinema display, something, I don't know, LED cinema display, I don't remember, 27-inch, whatever. It works with the 2012 Mac Pro. So this is my Mac Pro setup. Love this thing. It is great for all my Mac Pro and Windows 10 needs. I still use this thing to this very day. Of course, most of the time I'm using the Mac Mini there. Most of the time, really. On the weekends, I'll boot this one up and do some more, like, photo editing and some things like that that just use older programs. It is perfect for that. Or you have somebody over, you want to have 2 people on the computer at once doing research on, I don't know, something. You can have both up. It's happened. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to unplug this monitor from the Mac Pro here, and we'll connect it up to the Mac Mini and see if we can get it to turn on. The last time I saw it, it was able to turn on, but we'll see what state it's in currently. Okay, we got everything hooked up. Power, display, USB for display, USB for the keyboard here, and our mouse. So we have all that. Our display is always on. Well, on whenever the computer tells it to. So let's go ahead and hit our power button here. And we got a light. We got a bong. This is good. This is positive. Oh, the display is coming up. I'll probably have to block whatever is on it, because I'm sure he has some type of background. But being a 1.4 gigahertz 4 gig of RAM i5 thing from 2014. I should know because I had an iMac of that same configuration in college. And it worked well. I mean, it did what I needed for the time. It was the cheapest iMac. I ended up selling it so I could move out here and got a much better Mac desktop setup going on now. But for the time, it was great. I have no complaints there. Well, this is probably going to take a minute, but it looks like we're positive. We're getting somewhere, so that's good. After this is done, we'll do some disassembly of the machine here and get an SSD inside of it. It'll definitely need it. Boots up fine, just as slow as can be. So let's open it up and upgrade that hard drive. We got the setup. Now we dig in. So far, so good. Only a couple dust bunnies, but that's nothing new. Case, logic board, power supply, million screws. We got the hard drive. Now it's time to replace it. SSD installed. Now we just have to reassemble everything. I gave it a little clean off with the vacuum. So let's put it back together. This has actually been a very quick process. All back together. Now we just need to pop the bottom back on. Nice. Now we need to reinstall macOS, of course. Okay, we got macOS Monterey. These old hard drives are good for something. Put that in our toaster and turn it on. Now we'll turn on the Mac Mini. We got a bong. Let's hold down Option. And we should, keyword should, find our drive here and reinstall. That'll be great. Time-lapsed since our last clip like this, probably about 30 minutes. This has gone really fast. Now we just sit and wait. Okay, we're signed in and on the desktop here. So sorry for the jump cut to this, but I didn't want to put my friend's name on the screen there. Anyway, so yeah, here's our desktop. It is a lot more responsive. So let's go ahead and just open something like the internet browser here. Look at that. It comes right up. All of those icons load so much faster now. You bring up the apps, they're instantly there. You're not waiting around for something to load forever, which is super annoying because, well, that's what it was doing before. So this is great. I think you'll really enjoy this upgrade with the SSD in there. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to hook this up and move over his items and things like that, get some applications installed, and just get them all settled in. Inside of this box, I think are just a couple laptops. Let's go ahead and look. Yeah, just a couple. Looks to me like a full box of laptops. Where in the world did I obtain these things? Well, I didn't get them from the thrift store. I actually got these from my work. These we used to use to program some devices. I'm just going to keep it vague because it's easier. And these devices that we used to program with these laptops, we don't use anymore. They're obsolete. The company doesn't make them anymore. So we don't need the laptops anymore to program these devices. The new devices that replaced them, you can program with your phone. So you don't need these laptops anymore to program the devices. So we didn't use them for anything other than programming specific devices. So being that that product line of devices is not being used anymore and is now totally gone out of our inventory, we don't need these anymore. So I asked my boss what he wanted me to do with all of the things related to these devices, and he said to, well, get rid of them. So I asked him about the laptops that we used, and he said erase them, totally get rid of everything on them, and I can put them in my closet or whatever. So he knows I enjoy working on electronics, computers, Apple things, anything like that. And I actually used to take care of these when we were using them more often. But it has finally come time, and a big thanks to my boss for allowing me to obtain these and go through them here. So this will be really cool. Now, I don't know how much I'll go through these containers here or sleeves and whatnot, because company name is on these different things, and I want to get rid of all that and wipe all that stuff off before I totally share them with all of you. But inside this box is a whole bunch of laptops. We got a lot to look at, but again, I'm going to go through them first just to get everything off of it related to the company. Do the wishes that my boss told me to do, totally wipe them, and reinstall the operating system, do a secure, all that kind of stuff. Then we'll take a look at it. Well, I think this used to be like Bed Bath & Beyond or something.
He also walks through the grass and all that, so the dirt and all that stuff is being tracked all into the kitchen.
Look at these fridges, they don't even have handles on them.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, this used to be Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yep.
Look, it's one of those with a screen.
Fancy.
Oh, there's another one. That's got speakers in it. How crazy. You know what? You probably can. Early access dispenser. What the heck's that? Alright. You want to walk to the right or the left?
Let's do left.
Left? Vacuums. Yeah, a lot of them too. Ogre? Is that the name of that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Latius.
It's Blacklist.
I don't know.
I do have some skull. I don't have Setaiba. Oh, there's 2 Setaiba's. I don't have Joey, and I do. Oh, this one comes as 2.
Gotta have Jersey mics before we go to the wrestling. Start recording. Not feeling really top notch today, but we'll get there.
We're a Strickland fan.
Right, southwest entrance.
Thank you.
Greatest professional wrestlers ever. It is an honor to be here in the Tacoma Dome.
I really do hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. Leave a like down below and a comment. I do enjoy reading all of your comments. Of course, check out the other videos here on the screen. And until next time, thank you very much for watching.